Fans are on their feet. It's 3rd down and 20. Green Bay Packers down by 2, but they're almost into field goal range. They have to get the first down. Jordan Love firing deep. Picked off. Denver. Wow. The Broncos with a 2-point lead. A minute 40 left. And they just picked off a potential Hail Mary from Jordan Love. And if you're Jordan Love, if you're the Green Bay coaching staff, you're thinking, why did you try to force that football? I wonder if he had anybody else who was open. He had 28. Check down to 28. That's A.J. Dillon, right? It's either Jones or Dillon. Was down there in the flats and open. Also, borderline pass interference maybe on the Broncos, but it's not going to get called. Look at 31 there. Looks like he was kind of holding him back almost. But that was not a smart decision from Jordan Love. And this is now the second game in a row where Jordan Love has had an opportunity to go down the field and win the game against a bad team. Like the Raiders who beat them last week, or 2 weeks ago, I believe. And the Broncos who are going to beat them today, it looks like. Both of these teams are probably worse as far as talent level than Green Bay. I'm kind of happy about this. I did pick the Broncos to win, so I guess that helps me out. But from a Packers standpoint, from a Jordan Love evaluation standpoint, this is... So he couldn't get the comeback against the Falcons. He lost that game by 2. He loses to the Raiders by 3. Couldn't come back against them. And now against the Broncos as well. And you can see Matt LaFleur's like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? So Love, he's 1 for 4 right now on comeback wins. He did get that big comeback against the Saints. But at this point, Denver, they basically just have to get a first down and they'll win. 2nd down and 9. Russell Wilson under center. He takes the snap, hands it off. Broncos are not going to risk making a mistake. It looks like that was Jaleel McLaughlin. So it is going to be 3rd down. Interesting to see how Denver handled... That was Javonte Williams. It'll be interesting to see how Denver handles this 3rd down. Obviously, they have to convert to win. Sean Payton's over here like, can we do it? 1-5, make the playoffs? He thinks they can. He gave an interview that said, obviously the Lions game last year, the Lions were 1-6 and they almost made the playoffs. There is 7 seeds, but 2-5, man, they're going to be 2-5, and you're looking at the Browns 4-2 in that number 1 wild card slot. You've got the Bills at 4-3 in a wild card spot, but still, playing good football. And then you got the Jets, who are 3-3 on a bye. You've got the Steelers, who won today, so they're actually 4-2. They're in the 2nd wild card spot. The Steelers are. Wow. And also at 3-3, there's another team. The Texans are 3-3 on a bye currently. So as far as you look, do you think can the Broncos pass the Texans? Maybe. Can they pass the Bills? Probably not. The Jets are also 3-3. So the Broncos would have to pass the Texans, the Jets, the Bills to make it into the playoffs, and the Colts. Like there's too many teams in front of them, and at least one of those teams, and the Bills, we know is good. Like the Bills are 4-3, but they're a good team. So Russell Wilson on 3rd and 6 are going to hand it off again, and the Broncos are actually going to have to punt it away, but they're going to have to do it with only about 30, or no, not 30. They'll have to do it with about 10 seconds on the clock. So it'll be enough time for Jordan Love to maybe get one more chance at a Hail Mary, which adds just a little bit more suspense to this game, as you got Russell Wilson saying, or maybe they may just go for it. If you go for it and you miss it, you basically just have to waste enough time on the clock. But yeah, they're keeping the offense out there. 8, 7, 6. They're going to take the penalty. So It'll be 4th and 9 with 6 seconds left. And I mean, your options is just run around in the backfield for 6 minutes and don't fumble. Or your options are punt it. And the Broncos are going to go with option A. They're not even going to punt it. They're just going to let Russell Wilson take this last snap. So if you turn it over, you give Green Bay a shot with decent field position. With really good field position, actually. And Russ is going to take the snap and run around 4, 3, 2, 1. He throws, and the clock expires. And that's going to be the end of the game. So, there you go. Russ does what he needs to do. Broncos, as I predicted, they're going to be 2-5 on the season. Maybe the season's not lost yet. I don't know. They're only half a game behind the Chargers. And that's the end of this one.